She mentioned it between slow sips of wine, as if reporting the weather. My ex just messaged me, she said with a smug curl of her lip. I'm seeing him tomorrow for closure. The term drifted between us, weighted and intentional. Closure.
I stared her, steady, unreadable.
Then I offered one calm nod. That's considerate. She grinned, too pleased with her own performance to sense the temperature drop. The room tightened around her laughter, thin and metallic, echoing something predatory. That was the instant she believed she'd scored a victory. The instant she confused my quiet for surrender. By sunrise, her luggage was neatly boxed, the locks replaced, and a moving truck waited in silence outside. When she returned from her so-called closure, she discovered I'd already closed every door available to her. It hadn't collapsed overnight. The unraveling had been happening for months. The slight recoil when I reached for her hand, the phone glued to her palm, the sudden fixation on space. I recognized it. I'd seen that slow emotional drift in others and in myself, a retreat disguised as self-preservation. At first, I told myself she just needed room. But space doesn't explain late-night notifications or perfume she never owned lingering on her clothes. You can sense when someone begins rehearsing their exit. Their laughter floats higher while their eyes grow quieter. So I paid attention to everything she chose not to voice. The night she announced the meeting with her ex, her tone carried that dangerous mixture of vanity and condescension. I think it'll help me actually move on, she'd said. She wanted a reaction, jealousy, protest, pleading. I gave her none of it. I sliced my dinner, chewed with patience, and let the moment settle. Inside, though, something precise slid into place like a lock engaging. If she wanted closure, I would give her the kind that didn't leave debris. After she drifted off to sleep, I opened her laptop. Her password hadn't changed, our anniversary. The irony nearly made me laugh. There it all was. Messages, photos, meetings disguised as coincidences. Her confessions to him about how he used to make her feel alive. Alive, such a fragile, overused little word. I scrolled through months of duplicity, watching the pattern reveal itself like a quiet, methodical confession. Girls' nights out, weekend business trips starting conveniently on Fridays. Every detail aligned perfectly. There's a distinct kind of clarity that arrives when truth stops hiding. It doesn't scorch, it freezes. And in that cold, I found order. I planned the rest of the night without anger, without theatrics, just logistics. I contacted a relocation service I'd used for corporate transitions. They were fast, discreet, efficient. By dawn, every remnant of hers was boxed, categorized, labeled. Clothing, books, that vase she adored, even the framed picture of us, replaced by a single note. You'll find your closure inside. I reset the locks, changed the security codes, canceled her cards tied to my accounts. It was surprising how smoothly love can be erased once you stop romanticizing your own wounds. By sunrise, the house felt transformed, lighter, almost peaceful. At 10 a.m., she left for her grand closure moment. 10:03, the truck arrived. By 11:30, she was gone from the house entirely. I watched from the window as the last box vanished into the truck's interior. Her world, tidy and compact, ready to be delivered to the life she thought she preferred. I didn't feel victorious, just lucid. Clear, clean lucidity. Closure isn't a dialogue. It's a final line, and I had written mine. She came back around noon. Same perfume, same air of superiority. But her confidence cracked when she saw the empty driveway. Her laugh died instantly when her key failed to turn. I opened the door before she could knock. Her eyes darted past me, searching for familiar shapes. The art, the couch, the warmth gone. Where are my things? She asked, her voice buckling. I handed her a small white envelope. Inside, printed copies of her conversations, photos, receipts, and the key to the storage unit holding all her neatly packed belongings. Her face drained of color. You went through my... I cut her off softly. Closure, remember? You wanted closure. She froze, lips quivering, the words refusing to form. She attempted a laugh, but it fractured on its way out. You're out of your mind, she whispered. I smiled. No, I'm simply done. She didn't cry, not yet. People like her postpone pain. They need their illusion of control to collapse first. I watched her step back from the doorway, inch by inch, glancing toward the street like escape might still exist. When she reached the edge of the porch, I added gently, by the way, he's married now. 2 kids. You weren't the closure. You were the mistake. That truth hit harder than anything else could have. Her entire mask disintegrated. For the first time in months, she looked at me. Not with defiance or guilt, but with fear. That's when I knew the chapter was finished. After she left, the silence returned. Clean, not lonely. I poured a drink and stood in the doorway where she once laughed. Everything seemed sharper now, more honest. The walls held no lies. The air carried none of her scent. I realized I didn't miss her. I missed the version of myself who believed she was genuine. So I let that version go, too. I raised my glass, not to revenge or triumph, but to clarity. She got her closure and I took mine. The kind that doesn't require words. The kind that locks the door and never reopens it.